Hello, geometry, ladies and gentlemen. This is 10-2, talking about translations and rotation. So you need to be able to translate and rotate two-dimensional figures in the coordinate plane about the origin. Basically means moving in relationship to the origin. That's pretty much all that means. So now, translation does not change the shape, does not rotate it or twist it or reflect it at all. All it does is move it. That's all it does. So think about translations. Think about translating a word. Okay, translating a word, it's the same word said in a different way. Okay, said in a new language. Well, this is just same shape, new location. That's all it is. So that's all it is. Same shape going into a new location. So same distance in the same direction. Moves all the points of the figure. So if I have triangle EFG, I'm going to move it right 2 and up 5. And here's E, F, and G for the triangle. Okay, so let's kind of look at see what I'm talking about here. So E is going to be at -7, -1. So right there, there's E. F is going to be at -4, -4. So there's F. And G is going to be at -3, -1. So -3, -1, there's G. So now I want to move this whole thing 2 units right and 5 units up. So I take each point, I move it right 2, up 5. So if I take G over 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is the new G. So E over 2, up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See E. Then F over 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the new F. There's my new triangle rotated over 2, up 5. All of them are over 2, up 5. So that's all I'm doing. Okay, now look at how this one is written. Okay, so -3, -4 means it's going to move left 3 and move down 4. So I'm going to take my square, JKLM, take everything left 3 and down 4. So J is going to be at 3, 4. So J is going to be at 3, 4. So there's J. Next one, K is going to be at 5, 2. L is going to be at 7, 4. And M is going to be at 5, 6. So there's my square. And I want to move everything left 3 and down 4. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take every single point, move it down 3 over 4. So I'm going to take J over 3, down 4. There's my new J. M over 3, down 4. There's my new M. L over 3, down 4. There's my new L. K over 3, down 4. There's my new K. There is my translated square. That's all I'm doing. Now, rotation means basically twisting it. I'm just spinning. Basically, it's like I'm trying to spin the paper and look at it from a different direction. So I've got a center of rotation. For the most part, it's going to be the origin in a graph. So it's going to be there. So this is kind of be where the rotation starts. Okay. Now, this is a very important page to look at. So if I want to rotate a point 90 degrees counterclockwise means go that way. Multiply y by -1, and then switch x and y. So multiply y by -1, and then x and y switch places. All right, so to go 180 degrees, just multiply x and y by -1. That's all I do. I don't flip-flop them. That's all I do. For 270 degrees, it's a little bit like the 90 degrees, only with a little bit different twist. So I'm going to take x times negative 1, and then flip-flop x and y. So I'm going to have x and y, and I'm going to switch them. So y is the new x is the new y. This is after I multiply by negative 1. All right? So I'm going to go 90 degrees about the origin. So 90 degrees, remember, it means y times negative 1, and then x and y switch places. All right, so if I've got 1, 1, that's P. Q is going to be 4, 5. And R is going to be 5, 1. There is my triangle. Now I want to rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm going to take all these points, and I'm going to do these steps. So I'm going to multiply y by negative 1 and flip-flop. So this becomes negative 1, 1. Multiply y by negative 1, and then switch. So that's going to become negative 5, 4. This is going to become negative 1, 5. So now if I look and then I replot these points, let's take a look and see what I got. So negative 1, 1 is right there. That's the new P point. Negative 5, 4 is right there. That's going to be the new 4, 5. That's going to be the new Q. Then negative 1, 5 is going to be R. So there's my new points. So if you look, I rotated it 90 degrees. So if you look, they kind of switch places. X's become Y's, Y's become X's, but I multiply the Y's by negative 1. So here, you've got 270 degrees. So remember, that's where you take X times negative 1, and then X and Y switch. So let's plot these things. So you've got K, K is negative 1, 1. Wait, K is 1, negative 1. So there's K. L is 5, negative 3. So 5, negative 3, there's L. J is 3, negative 7. 3. There's J. Boom, boom, boom. Now I want to go 270 degrees about the origin. So that's where I'm going to go. 1, negative 1, 5, negative 3, 3, negative 7. Remember, multiply x times negative 1 and then switch them. X times negative 1 and then switch them. So what I want to do is this. So x times negative 1, that's going to give me negative 1 and then switch. So this will be negative 1, negative 1. This is going to be negative 3, negative 5. And this is going to be negative 7, negative 3. So here's my new points. Okay, there's the new K, L, and J. All right, so negative 1, 1, there's my new K. Negative 3, 5, there's my new L. Negative 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 3, whoa, whoops, went the wrong way. That should be K, not that one. Negative 3, negative 5 should be down here. That should be L, not that one. Negative 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. There should be my new J. That makes a lot more sense because this is 270 degrees. That makes a lot more sense. So sorry I made that mistake. Maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't, but it's fixable real quick. So that's going to be a rotation of 270 degrees. Now realize, remember what I did. Multiply x times negative 1 and then flip-flop x and y. So hexagon D, G, J, T, S, R shown below. What is the image of point T after a 90 degrees counterclockwise turn around the origin? Okay, so let's figure out where T is. T is 5, 3. So that's where T is, 5, 3. 90 degrees says take y times negative 1 and then switch. So y times negative 1, make that 5 times negative 3. Then they switch and becomes negative 3, 5. So negative 3, 5 would be C, so that's where it would go. 1, 2, 3. So if I kind of kept the graph going, it would be right about here, 3, 5, so it'd be rotate that way. So that would make sense. So that's going to be C. So what is the image of point Q after a counterclockwise rotation about the origin? So again, 90 degrees, y times negative 1, switch. So that makes that one 4, negative 5, switch, negative 5, 4. So I get B for that one. So describe the translation of the soccer ball from 2 to 3. So here is 2, here is 3. How do I get from one to the other? Well, I'm going to go over 3, down 2. So I'm going to write that as 3, negative 2, because I go down. That would be my translation. All right, so translations and rotations. Make sure you study that page with all the rotations on it, and make sure you understand what you're doing. That's a very simple detail to make a mistake of. Otherwise, translations aren't too hard. Come talk to me with questions, and have a good day.